Selamünaleyküm millet. Ne yapıyorsunuz? İyisiniz bakalım. Arkadaşlar şimdi geçen gün oynayamadığımız bir oyun vardı. Açtık, yarıda kaldı. Ama bu sefer oynayacağız. Yani ben bu oyunu oynayacağım abi, kafaya taktım. Çünkü hoşuma gidiyor, hem sizlerden de yardım alabiliyorum. Ayrıca kendim de oynayabiliyorum falan filan işte. Ama ya okuduklarıma göre gayet iyi bir oyun ve tabi zamanının iyi oyunu. Biraz grafikler eskide kaldı ama hala da oynanabilir olduğunu düşünüyorum. Ben bunu çok az oynamıştım. Çok az bir şey oynamıştım. Hoşuma da gitmişti gerçi. Neyse bir başlayalım bakalım. Duruma göre seri yaparız veya da burada bir bölüm oynamış oluruz. Bakalım.
A city on the verge of greatness. A new type of city, based not on the man, but on the automobile. The car. A symbol of freedom and vitality.
Tabii o zamanlar arabalar yeni sanırım, bilmiyorum ama.
Where every man can own his own home, and have room to breathe, and not be overlooked by his neighbors.
Burada da dairede oturmayanlardan bahsediyor.
A city where a man's home is his castle. A quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory. A city of opportunists.
Burada müteahhitler. Müteahhitlerden
A
bahsediyor.
city of dreams.
Bunlar
Where
kullanmayanlar.
Hollywood will shape the thoughts and desires of the entire planet.
Hollywood.
A city of pioneers.
Hayır.
A city of dreamers.
İyi elbiselere bak. Ne kadar mütevazı ha o zamanlar arası.
A city of undercurrents. Where not everything is as it seems.
Ya aslında ince ince burada şeyler de
20th
var.
century city that will become a model for the world.
Ne derler ona? Göndermeler de var.
A city that has no boundaries.
Sınırların olmadığı bir şey.
That will stretch as far as the eye can see.
Görebileceği kadar uzakta olacak bir şey. Arka sokaklardan bahsediyor galiba.
In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole?
Doğru söylüyor.
I made up my mind a long time ago.
Hoş geldin Süleyman. Süleyman hoş geldin.
14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Dedektifler şimdi bizi kanıt aramak için
Here
çağırıyor.
we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch.
Ever the optimist.
From the beam of sunshine himself.
Kanka bu oyun 1940'larda cinayet çözme oyunu. Grafikleri falan görmüyor musun? Harika. Ses nasıl? Oyunla benim ses iyi değil mi? Ayarladım biraz ama. Olay mahalline geldik, bakalım şimdi.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue. Witness says a tall white guy,
Uzun
our
beyaz bir
shooter,
adam.
put 2 in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to
Onu da
technical
alırız ya.
services.
You hurried up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Alırız be kardeşim, ayıp ediyorsun. Ya bunu ben çok araştırdım.
This is a fist hump.
Güzel bir iş
Just
oyun
going
diye.
through the motions.
You're probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. Two heads are always better than one.
Bir elin nesi, iki elin sesi. Vay be. Avrupa'ya kadar yayılmışık bak. Şuralarda bir
Look at
ipucu
this
falan var.
junk.
Dr. Fontaine, could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
I really enjoyed your lecture, Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Why, thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in second year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah,
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Shelton.
I've been to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital. A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance for your
Kesin bu
friend's
bahsetti
help.
kendisi.
Come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to
Hasta
remember,
blok.
every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure.
Ama benim için ikisi de şu anda şey,
Smooth the path to death.
şüpheli. Erkek beyaz. Beyaz erkek. Ama lavuğu gözüm tutmadı ha. Bunda bir rosbuluk
Not
olabilir.
my job to pick through other people's trash.
Buradan bir ipucu kaptık ha. Dur bakalım. Kesinlikle. Tipi tutmuyor zaten bir kere normal şey.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything? Jesus. Cole, come take a look at this.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
Doesn't
Ben-
really matter how you go once you're gone.
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Ben de zehir gibiyim mübarek ya. Hemen oradan teşhis koyuyorum ama. Kapı arasına sıkıştırıp da silahla vurmuşum. Eski el fenerine baksana.
I tell you, I'm jinxed. I always get landed with this crap.
Kesinlikle. Oo, hafiften maymunluk da var ama. Bu silahın yeni
Never
biliyordum.
gonna find it. It's a waste
O
of
yüzden
time.
direkt buraya geldim. Evet, bir çift revolver. Revolver. Seri numarası da var.
Wesson, serial S71893.
İncele bakalım. Abi.
2 rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
Ya vurmuştur, yukarı atmıştır çatıya. Silah yani. Ben öyle
We should
düşünüyorum.
follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
Could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Doğru abi, direkt yani en mantıklısı aslında böyle. Silah dükkanına gideceksin, soruşturacaksın. Eğer orada seri numarası yoksa, gayri resmi bir silahsa götür
No
merkeze.
harm in doing some digging. The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
It'll be fine, Ralph. You worry too much.
Bizim lavuk da bir an önce anası satı şey istiyor. Merkezden. Takdirname. Hikayesi iyi ya. Grafikler eski grafikler aga, ondandır. Şeyler, sahneler falan çok iyi. Mafyanın grafikleri gibi işte.
You're a reckless, bad person.
Ha, sirenleri yakalım da polis olduğumuz belli olsun. Biz neredeyiz abi? Buradayız, tamam. İlk soldan sola. Ya anasını be. Burada bir silah dükkanı olacak. Ha. Tamam. Oğlum lavuk bu mu lan, kaçıyor yoksa? Selamünaleyküm bayım.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips.
Kitap gibi okuyor silah
Not
amına.
used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner.
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Özel sipariş işimizi kolaylaştırır. Aç
Model
kitabı.
27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Seri numara kaçtı silahta? S7 1893. Seri numaralar burada. S7 1893. Ve burada yok. Ve S6 bu S7. Aha.
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February
Bat
46.
46.
Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
Eyvallah dostum.
Do we call it in?
Let's see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Yani.
Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Lead the way, Gunga Din.
Bizim adam da harbiden tam şeylik ya. Dedektif olacak adam ya. Direkt kimseye suçlamıyor. Ama herkes şüpheli. En mantıklısı. Yuh aman akıyım.
Now that wasn't so hard, was it? Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter, he's no criminal mastermind.
Most of
Yer uzak mı abi? Sağdan gidelim.
them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another fact from the Phelps Encyclopedia of Thin Air. You really are full of it.
Ya bizim lavuk ortak da çok korkuyor ha. İstiyor ki hiç etliye sütlüye karışmasın. Yukarıdaki yola çıkmamız lazım. Ödü kopuyor yani. Buradan çıkabiliyoruz mu? Çıkabiliyoruz. Ay
Want me
aman.
to keep tabs on the path of destruction you're creating? It might come in handy at your trial.
Herifin daireye bir bakalım. Ne bok çıkacak bize? Muhtemelen ilk davamız olduğu için bu hani inisiyatif kullanarak basit bir şey olacaktır. Aman ne koyayım, kaç oradan yani. Yer nerede? Ha burada. Sirenleri açmadım abi. O yüzden sirenleri açsaydım belki lavuk evde kaçacak sirenleri duyunca. Ama gerçi arabada polis de yazıyor. O da bir ayrı bir şey. Posta kutusunu kontrol et diyor. Şardır.
Schroeder, apartment 2.
Nasıl çıkıyor merdivenden? 3 numara. 2 numara burası. FBI open the door.
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
Hayda.
You're out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer.
Allah.
What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Aha.
You ready, tough guy?
Abi şimdi ben bunu bir tokatlayayım. Bir saniye şöyle. Hadi oğlum. Hoş, ne kafa koydu be.
Ralph,
Wow.
you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Bu da şey gibi oldu, güvenlik
Keep an eye
gibi
on
oldu.
Ralph.
Dua de ayağım kaydı. Abi şimdi bu yapmış da olabilir. Bunun adamı da yapmış olabilir. Bilemezsin şimdi. Ama bize niye direndi bilmiyorum. Belki temiz bir şekilde gelseydi şeye, karakola hiçbir sorun olmazdı. Al bir şüpheli de burada.
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest.
Eyvah.
Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
Artık yardım çağırdık. Çünkü bizi açtı galiba bu durum. Bu ne? Bu bizim adam da. Orada bizim adam eski bir asker sanırım.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
I didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Deniz piyadeyi seçtiler ama. Abi bu ne aşağılamadır Allah aşkına ya.
Well, you picked the right place, Cole. A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water. You'd heard the stories, but you weren't interested. You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. But the force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence.
Evet.
You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identify code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from here.
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
Ne bakalım. Baba nasıl bir yol veriyorlar ya aslan. Tabi o zamanlar saygı var. Bak o. Ne oluyor lan? Aman kadam. Oğlum vurulmuşum. Sırtımdan vurulmuşum.
Try for the front door. Keep your goddamn head down. Use the cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. Take it slow. I'm gonna find you. Backup will be here soon.
Ölmedi. Silah sekiyor. Bak kapıyı. Ananı sikeyim. Herifte taramalı var.
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
Vay be.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
Vay canına.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive it first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Adam şöhret peşinde amına.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
İlginç bir düşünce.
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, but wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourselves.
Birbirinizi sikin diyor. Nasıl iş lan bunu?
He's hiding in the alley! Bowers! Hold it right there! Stop now or I will shoot!
I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, Dunn! Watch your fire!
You don't want to do this, Wendell.
Beni vuracaksın amına.
Get down from there right now!
Give it up, Wendell!
Lava bak lan, yaşına göre iyi kaçıyor ha.
Stay the hell away from me!
Amına koydum. Allah. İpne.
You gotta be kidding!
You fucking asked for it.
Oğlum.
There's no way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
It's over, Bowers!
You assholes already screwed me once.
Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Oğlum ben deniz subaylığından gelmişim. Amına koydum. Benim gibi çapulculara mı yem olacağım?
How you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Yes. Ben özel harekat seçmelerine katılmışım. Orada derece yapmışım. Yaprak, ne konuşuyorsun?
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Vay amına. Bu bunun arkadaşıydı. Ulan biz az şerefsiz değilmişiz amına.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
Aha. Al sana bir muhabbet daha.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on.
Geliriz ortak, sıkıntı yok.
You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
I heard this is a triple homicide.
Everybody stay back. Let us do our job.
Bir herifin üstünü arayabiliyoruz mu? Aynen. Bir önce bir üstünü arayalım.
Daylight. Crowded street.
Now I've seen everything.
Gözde arkada. Yok, ağzından kan çıkmış. Cepte ne var? Neymiş abi? Bankadan aldığı bir şeyler vardı. Otelde 52,5 dolar. Tarihler var. Taksit makbuzuymuş.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
İnci küpeler. Olda bir şey yok.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
Burada da bir şey yok.
Mister, a man like you always loses the battle.
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run at the shoe store.
Ha, bir de kız var işin
Take a
içinde.
look around now. The witness can wait, Cole. We've got the perimeter.
Burada parlayan bir şey var. Ha, kovanlar.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
Tıp kutusuna bir silah atmış olabilir mi acaba? Bir baksak. Abi ben bu işi biliyorum ya, aman abim. Andaval herif ata ata buraya atmış. Silah.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138.
Aynen.
Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Ben bir silah dükkanına mı gitsem? Belki daha iyi olur. Adamın kimliğini bilmiyoruz.
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. If you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her.
I heard this is.
Dur bakayım, karıyla konuşayım önce.
Don't you people have anything better to do?
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss,
Vay
Mr.
geç.
Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Geç bakalım, otur şöyle bir konuşalım seninle.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch.
Tamam.
I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Yani bence pek de mantıklı gelmedi bana ama.
You're lying, Miss Galetta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Galet dağıdığına Arkadya Bankası'ndan ödeme yapılmış.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galetta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God. I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another.
Ona göre adam küpe
Mr.
muhabbetine
Gage
ölmüş.
falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember.
3'tü.
It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Tamam doğru söylüyor, birkaç tane. O iyi analiz yapmamız lazım abi.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Galetta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang,
Evet.
and then another, and then
Tamam
three
Kardo,
very
görüşürüz, kendine iyi bak.
close together.
Sen bana bir şey yazdın, bir ona bakayım. Var yaparız ya, hallederiz onu da. Senin işi de hallederiz kanka. Yarın konuşuruz, olur mu onu? Bana da kalp.
5.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling.
Bir dakika, burada yalan söylüyor olabilir. Ama adamı görmediğini söylüyor. Gördüğünü söylüyor. Burada da yani bana pek adamı gördüğünü
Trigger.
zannetmiyorum ama.
He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Abi bu karı kavgası olmasın. Ben söyleyeyim. Bence de şüpheli bu yani.
You're making me angry, Miss Galetta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Karıya bak ya, yalan konuşuyor amanla. Ama burada bir karı davası var. Öyle basit şey değil bu.
We have the murder weapon.
Yahudi mavidi.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, Maintain the perimeter.
In all my years, I've never seen anything like this.
Sen bir şey mi gördün? Sen konuşuyorsun. Ha?
I heard this is a triple homicide. That's true.
Ya dükkanına bir gidelim bakalım. Treni açınca olay mahalli bozuldu. Öyle bir şey mi varmış ya? Onu bilmiyordum. Neyse öğrenmiş olduk.
Where'd you learn to drive?
Burada açsam bir şey olmaz. Nerede bunun dükkanı? Ben de buradayım. Buradan ilk sağdan tamam. Demedi demeyin abi, bak bu karı kavgası çıkacak. Öyle Yahudi mavide onlar hikaye. Ortada bir karı var. Bir de küpe var. Bu iş sıkıntı. Nerede bu silah dükkanı be? Eagle yazıyor eşek kadar amına.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name.
Tamam.
Thing looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Kalu. Kalu bizim için önemli. Bakalım Kalu'nun ifadesini aldı, bize ne diyecek? O önemli. Onun yeminini yutmamamız lazım abi. Bölümcü dükkanından geldik. Diamonds.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Al kardeşim. Biz onunla
Officer
ilgilenmiyoruz.
Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Herifin hareketler biraz sıkıntı sanki.
Son of a bitch.
Dedim amına
Go, Cole,
koyayım.
go.
Dedim amına koyayım.
He's getting away.
Kalu, get back here.
Food wasn't great, but you're real nice.
Halkın içinde ateş edemem ki, burası park.
Stop or I will shoot.
Ha.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
Geç içeri abi.
The case that makes you.
Bak kanka bir yarım saat oluyor herhalde, 45 dakika.
The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who knocked down malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Doğru şef.
Yes, sir. Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative.
Eyvallah.
How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
Bayılırım.
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Hazırım şef.
I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession.
Tıkacağım onu içeri şef.
If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Harika.
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Herif beni acayip cesaretlendirdi amına koyayım ya. Şu an ben kendim sorguya giresim geldi ama.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Bu arada bu oyunun kupa sponsoru benim. Sözde bu adam Yahudilere düşmanmış şimdi. Dur bakalım. Benim aklımdaki plan şu, olay şu. Karıyı paylaşamadılar. Oyun ondan öbürünü vurdu. Ama bakacağız bakalım.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Bu doğru bir söyledi abi. Ne alakası var?
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Şimdi hangisinden başlasak lan? Bastard. Silahtan başlayayım.
You're gonna be laughed right out of court.
Bir dakika yanlış
I've
bastık
just
ya.
gotta keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Ananı sikeyim be. Yanlış yönettim be.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Ya şef bir dur amına koyayım ya.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy. I need a confession.
Amına koydum. Günlük hayatta zaten biz azarıyoruz, bir de oyunda da yiyoruz ya. Sokayım böyle işe, nasıl iş? Adam bağırdı, itin götüne soktu, çıkardı bizi ama.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Nasıl seninle bir alakası yok ya? Yalan söylüyorsun.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything. You got nothing, boy chick.
Ya amına koyayım, nasıl silah var ortada?
I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Ne acayip bir şeydir ya bu.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps. Get back in there and make some lumps, boy. I need a confession.
Bağırma lan milletin içinde amına.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
Bu sefer şüpheli yapacağım abi. Yalan değil.
Mr. Kalu, you shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Tamam.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Bence seninle nasıl alakası yok ya?
So you shot this guy over the sale of a watch.
You think Jewish people are going to continue to take it lying down? Straight and orderly lines to the ovens? Not this heap. I say enough is enough. No more. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
You disappoint me, Cole Phelps.
Get back in there and raise some lumps, boy. I need a confession.
Abi şef harika bağırmıyor mu amına koyayım? Valla bağırması benim hoşuma gitmeye başladı.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr.
Evet,
Kalu.
baştan alıyoruz.
You shot a man dead in
Bitirtme
cold
avukatın
blood.
işini.
You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Şimdi bu adam yalan söylüyor abi. Çünkü görgü tanığı var ortada.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Şüpheli doğrulandı var burada gerçi amına koyayım. Niye biz saçma sapan şey yapıyoruz ki?
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Satış ayarlamıştım diyor. Kız almaya hazırdı diyor.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stump Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake.
Ulan yargıç cinayeti ikinci dereceden yargılar diyor.
May God have mercy on you, sir.
Ama bir teşkilat seni bağışlamayacak. Haberin olsun.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes.
O adam beni övmesine de bilmiyorum ya. Alışık değilim. Bağırıp duruyordu ama.
Man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Ulan beni dedektifle yaptı. Sivil dedektif. Vay aman ya. Bu kadar basit miymiş bu olay ya? 2 tane şey çözdük. Amerika'da işler öyle işliyor yani. Demek ki bilmiyorum. The driver's seat. Allah. İngilizcen gözü kör olsun ya. Bizim yakışıklı geliyor galiba. Aynen.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
He's an intense one, isn't he, Mel? Intense.
Takım elbise
The
de
new
iyi ha.
detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
Trafik ha? Trafikteyiz amına. Ne yapacağız lan? Ceza meza mı keseceğiz amına?
Warm Central Division.
Kime vurduğunu onu mu bulacağız?
Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's
Herifler
the
psycho
cop
amına
of the
koyayım,
jewelry store
baksana.
murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
an order, Phelps.
Quiet,
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Burkowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys.
Mekana bak,
Stick with
ortama bak
Bukowski.
amına.
He's a good cop.
Yakışıklı
He knows
dedektif,
traffic
aynen.
inside now. I'm going to start you out with one case. You do okay? I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick and you'll get roasted.
Neyse bir gidelim bakalım.
I said, if you're a producer, then
They
I'm
really pushed you
Lana
through
Turner.
quick, didn't they?
Aynen,
6
ben de
years
öyle
on
düşündüm.
patrol
Çabuk
before
iş
I got
verdi.
this desk. You were here in 5 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I didn't ask for any favors.
I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son of a bitch.
Canary says he'll sing, but only if I guarantee he walks.
İnşallah güzel de bir araba vermişlerdir.
You know this place? Sure. Near the old gasworks and Signo Depot in the warehouse district.
Araba da iyi ha. Sıkıntı yok, tamam.
I'll direct.
All units of
So,
459 just
tell me a
occurred
little
in
about
6th
yourself,
and
Phelps.
Seri. Any
Are we
unit to
friends
handle
now,
code 2
Burkowski?
identified.
We have to work together. Don't be so touchy.
I grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping.
Jesus, Cole!
I grew up in San Francisco. My father was in shipping. I went to college at Stanford. Did 2 years ROTC before Marine OCS at Camp Elliott. Shipped out in early 45 as a first lieutenant. Fought in the Okinawa campaign. I was wounded. Shipped back home.
Bak şimdi
Year
bir
on
daha
the
söz.
beat.
Now look what you've done!
Motherfucker. Adamın
you
yüreği
won the
ağzına
Silver
geliyor.
Star.
Ananı sikeyim.
I don't want to talk about it.
Now let me get this straight. You single-handedly killed 40 Japs.
All units of 459 just occurred in 6th and Saris. Any unit to handle code 2
Baksak mı
identified.
lan buna? Bakayım
11
lan.
King, go ahead, KGPL.
God
11K,
damn
a
maniac!
459 suspect just left 6th and Saris.
Burada bir cinayet olayı var.
Up on the roof, officer. He has a mask on his face. I caught sight when he shoved past me, but be careful. I saw him waving a gun.
Sakin ol. Hanımefendi.
Give it up now! Make it easy on yourself! Get the hell away from me!
Nereye kaçtı lan o? Ananı sik.
Hurry, you can still catch him.
Abi nişan alamıyor ki lavuk. Aralardan kaçıyor. Yaraladım onu ya. Öldürmedim ya. Ne oldu şimdi? Bana haneme eksik yazılmaz. Heh, tamam, sıkıntı yok. Gidelim ortak. Kendi işimize bir bakalım. Nerede yer? İlk sağ, ondan sonra otobandan yine sağ. Son of a bitch, Jesus. Aa, siren de var. Okey. Doğru mu gidiyoruz lan? Yanlış gidiyoruz. Aa, açık su deposu. Hadi bak. Hava gazı fabrikası.
That you, Bukowski?
Yes.
Go on through. Parking lot straight ahead.
Bakın buradaki muhabbet ne?
I need to get back to work, officer.
The detectives are here now. You repeat to them what you told me.
I did the right thing by calling this in. I'm just a working...
Arabanın içine bak, kan içinde amına.
You'll be all right.
This is your first case, Phelps. It's okay to admit it if you're stumped. If you
Okay.
don't know what to do next, just come talk to me and we'll see what we can figure out.
Tamam.
Thanks, Stefan. You're okay.
I'm Officer Hart.
Phelps, traffic. What have you got?
Abandoned car, probably stolen. The solid citizen is Nate Wilkie. He called it in.
What gives with the coroner?
There's blood all over the interior. Someone's copped a full Broderick, but no stiff as yet.
We have an owner for the car?
The car is registered to an Adrian Black, just north of Bunker Hill.
All right, we'll take a look around.
I'll keep Mr. Wilkie talking, but don't make him wait too long. He's the restless type.
Oh my god, arabanın içine bak amına koyayım.
How long you gonna keep me here, sir?
I better get back to work, sir.
Bagajı açayım, bakayım ne var bagajda.
Mr. F. Morgan picked up a live pig yesterday?
Kanlı bir domuz fişi ha. Belli zaten, arabanın arkasında bir şey taşımışlar amına. Okay, Mr. Oh my dang.
Not sure this means much.
Bence olabilir yani. Kestirip atmasak iyi sanki. Arabada domuz mu öldürdüler lan yoksa amına koyayım? Ananı sikeyim. Şuraya bak ne hale gelmiş ya.
Victim looks to have lost a lot of blood.
İpuculuk bir şey gözükmüyor ki kandan. Burada bize göre bir şey yok. Herhangi bir kan. Arabanın temizlenmesi lazım. Motor kaputu açılmıyor. Burada bir ipucu var.
Happier times, I guess. "32 years old, married. Sounds like an average guy. What was he doing out here?"
Ama arabanın sahibini bulduysak gerisi sıkıntı değil. Ama kadın gözlük takmıyor. Burada bir gözlük var. Ne alaka? Denzel.
Stenzel glasses. Home repaired by the look of it.
Adamın gözlüğüne benziyor mu? Bir bakayım şuna. Aynen. Bakayım şu elemanla bir konuşalım bakalım. Ne olmuş?
Sir, I'm Detective Phelps.
Name's Nate Wilkie.
You found the vehicle?
Sure. Saw it just sitting there. Strange place to be parking your car.
Yani.
Figured I'd better take a look. And then I saw all the blood. So I called the police.
Mind if I ask what you were doing out here?
Well, I work for the railway. I was on my way out to the switch and reckoned I'd take a shortcut.
Doğru söylüyor herif. Yok.
Did you see anybody else in the yard? Maybe somebody hanging around the car?
Nope. I hadn't seen a soul all day till you boys turned up.
Bence bu herifte bir şey yok ya.
Do you know Adrian Black, Mr. Wilkie?
Aradım ama.
No, sir. That ain't a name I'm familiar with.
You ever seen the car before?
Funny enough, I did. A couple of nights ago, it was over there in the parking lot. I know most of the cars that park here regularly, so it kind of stood out.
The wallet by the car. Was there anything in it when you arrived?
You accusing me of something, mister?
İbne şüpheli sanki. Yok ya, doğru söylüyor.
It's a simple question, Mr. Wilkie.
I wouldn't know what was in that wallet. I never touched it.
İbne şüpheliydi.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Wilkie. If you don't mind waiting a little longer, I'm sure we'll have more questions once we've had a look around.
Bir dolanayım mı? İbne cüzdandan bir para aşırdı ya. Var onda bir şey var. Dur bakayım.
I best be heading back to work. My
Var
boss
var,
is gonna give me
İbne'de var
hell
ya.
regardless.
Var.
Your problem now.
Bir sıkıntı var bu götte. Cüzdana bir daha bir bakayım. Para mara olabilir yani. ...1914 doğumlu diyor aman. Üy ya nasıl.
Doc? Detective Phelps. What have we got?
A lot of blood for a blunt force injury. Victim must be in a very bad way.
Any sign of the guy?
Not unless he's in the trunk of the car.
Herkes posta koyuyor birbirine amına koyayım, anlamadım ki ben bu işi.
I told you all I can. I gotta go back to work or I'll lose my job.
Bir bakayım şu ortakla bir konuşayım. Aa, burada da varmış lan ipucu.
I swear this town is going straight to hell.
Being decisive. Well, I'm not so sure.
A brand name might give us something to go on.
Anladım. Marka var orada. Dur şu bizim ortağı bir şey yapayım ya. Yardım isteyeyim.
Have a word with the witness. Next? It's not often we get eyeballs in a case like this.
We found a steel pipe with blood on it near the car. Do you know anything about it, Mr. Wilkie?
No, sir. I went straight for the law when I saw the car was full of blood.
Bir sezgi kullanayım bunda ya. Bence doğru söylüyor ya. Bunun cinayetle bir alakası yok da.
When you saw the blood, was it wet, bright red, or darker like it is now?
Darker, I'd say. Looked dry already.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Wilkie. We'll contact your employer if we need anything more from you.
If you have to, I guess. I can't really spend no more time over this.
Whitney'nin tek suçu cüzdandan para çalmış olması.
We're going to notify the wife.
We'll head over there now.
You seem to have it under control here.
Yeah, I got this.
Ortak sen kullan be.
Can you drive to this one?
So, where you want to go?
Tamam, yolda hiç vakit kaybetmeyelim abi. Direkt olay yerine gidelim. Malikaneye geçelim.
Let's go introduce ourselves. You talk to her, Phelps. I'm no good at this shoulder to cry on stuff.
Just a minute.
Selamünaleyküm.
LAPD, Mrs. Black. May we come in? We have some bad news, and we'd rather discuss this in private.
I'm Margaret Black. We can discuss this in the living room. Please come in.
Gari ilk bakışta masum bir şey benziyor. Şimdi. Bir analiz yapalım bakalım da.
Your husband drives a blue Lincoln, Mrs. Black?
That's correct.
The car has been found abandoned, and I'm afraid there are signs of foul play.
I knew something was wrong when he didn't come home.
We believe your husband may be injured. We found a pipe on the scene with blood on it.
Oh no! My poor Adrian!
Does the name Insta-Heat mean anything to you, ma'am?
Yes, it does. We've just had a new water heater installed.
Whereabouts, Mrs. Black?
Just outside the kitchen window, at the side of the house.
I'd like you to try and stay calm and remember everything that you can about last night. My partner and I are going to take a look around. When you're ready, we're going to have some more questions for you. Is that okay?
Of course, officer. Anything to help secure my husband's safety.
Well, let's check the place out. Come on. Have a good look around. There's got to be something in here to go on.
Mutfak bu arkalarda bir yerdedir. Doğalgaz da burada bir yerde olabilir şey. Aynen. Boru hattı. Aha. Tam burası işte.
No use leaving the thing half finished.
Anlamadım ki amına koyayım. Ben niye bu iş yapıyorum ya? Bir garip değil mi?
That can't be right.
Bence doğru olmaz. Daha doğru olur. Evet, burada eksik bir parça var.
So the pipe missing from Mr. Black's heater is the same one that killed him. Huh. Seems like the assailant is a little closer to home.
Zehir gibisin Peps. Vallahi bravo. İçeride birkaç tane şeye bir göz atayım bakayım.
Kavanaugh's. So who brought this home?
Neyse gazeteyi siktir et o. Çok vur vur olacak.
No good to me.
Temizleme sıvısı galiba ya. Onunla bizim iş yok. Bizim işle bir alakası yok.
This was only recently installed, not 2 days ago.
Aa bir dakika orada bir isim var. E.Ray. 4. ayın 1'inde kurmuşlar.
Maybe Adrian was a patron. R&I should have an address.
Burada bir oda var.
This must be Adrian's.
Aha.
Stencil.
Gözlük kutusu.
So the glasses are a match.
Adamın gözlüğü. Şey diyeceğim, buradan yasak ilişki çıkabilir mi sizce?
To my Adrian. This thing gets more and more interesting.
Ne yazık ki orada amına koyayım. Ben bilmiyorum ki İngilizce. Hadi bak. Acele geri gel. Sevgili Darling diyor. Sevgilim diyor. Bence de çıkabilir gibi geliyor yani. Bilmiyorum ama kardan bulunan şeyler var. Kibritler var. Karı başkasınınla bak bunlar. Başkasında yüz göz olmuştur. Burada bir eşyalar falan var. Tamam bunu baktık. Buradan çık. Dolaba bakacağım. Bir dakika. Tren bileti diyor.
Ticket to Seattle and a suitcase gone missing. Someone couldn't wait to get out of this house.
Galiba dediğim çıkacak. Abi acayip tuvaletim geldi, bir saniye. Davayı rahat çözemem yoksa. Geldim. İpuçlarını alırken V'ye basabilirsin diyor. Burada bir ipucu varmış. Tamam ona baktık biz. Aha şuna bakmadık.
I wonder if someone in the house bought this unit knowing how they would use the parts.
Adresi bir isteyelim bakalım.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Kavanaugh's bar.
Certainly, Detective. One moment. Kavanaugh's Bar, corner of Aliso and Hewitt, south side of Union Station.
Thanks, ma'am.
I'm all right now, detectives.
Bak şimdi iyisin ha. Dur bir iki daha köşeye bakayım sağa sola da. Ben bir ortağı sorayım ya ne yapalım diye.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Get a statement from Mrs. Black, but go easy on her. She's had a rough day.
Konuşalım bakalım.
We found a receipt in the trunk of your husband's car for a live pig. This receipt was made out to an F. Morgan.
A pig? Adrian runs a tool business. That would be Frank Morgan. God knows what he's up to.
Doğru.
What makes you say that about Morgan, ma'am?
He's the foreman at my husband's plant. A very shady character. I've told Adrian he needs to keep his distance from the staff. They're always out drinking together.
I think you should come clean with us, Mrs. Black. Your husband is missing, and after our search, I'm willing to call the circumstances suspicious. Can you account for your movements last night?
You're not accusing me, are you? What an awful thing to say. I was here all night, of course, waiting for Adrian to come home.
Tamam. Yani bir sıkıntı yok. Doğru
Is
gidiyor.
there anyone who can vouch for that?
Well, no. I was here alone. I cooked Adrian's dinner and waited, but he never came home.
Did your husband tell you where he was going last night?
All he said was he was going to meet Frank for a drink.
Hikaye doğru
Nothing out
ilerliyor.
of the usual then.
Well, he came home early from work. He never comes home early. And he went out early, too. He normally never leaves for the bar till about 7.
Your husband frequents Kavanaugh's bar?
How did you know that? Adrian practically lives there after work.
Araya bakıyorum yani bir alengirli bir şey görmüyorum.
So
Üzgün
Adrian
görüyorum.
spends a lot of time there.
Up until recently, he's been away in Seattle a lot on business.
Was your husband wearing his glasses when he left here yesterday?
Yes, he just bought a new pair.
Gözlük yeni gibiydi.
Go on.
I kept telling him to throw those old ones away. He tried to repair them with tape. They look terrible.
Tell us about the photo of Adrian in the bedroom.
What is there to tell? It's from his most recent business trip to Seattle.
Yukarıda bir sıkıntı yok abi.
What was the purpose of Adrian's trip to Seattle, Mrs. Black?
He was meeting with some distributors. Adrian said that it was important to make contact interstate if he was going to grow his business.
We'll keep you informed, Mrs. Black.
Please do, Detective.
Abi fotoğrafta bir yanlışlık yaptık. Fotoğrafa bir daha bakmak istiyorum. dakika lan bunu Google'a okutacağım. Tabi okutacağım ona. El yazısıyla. Yalnız bir adı yanıma acele etmeden geri dön. Sensiz yalnız olan Adrian'ım. Çabuk dön sevgilim. Siz yalnız olan Adrian'ım. Çuvalladık. Bunu daha önce bilseydim daha iyi olurdu. Neyse. Bu ara da bir gidelim bakalım.
You're behind the wheel. Do we know where we're going?
Buraya geldik. Bara bir gidelim bakalım.
Jesus, I'm glad to be out of there.
Mr. and Mrs. Black don't seem to have the happiest home life.
He's too scared to divorce her, and she's too much of a shrinking violet to throw him out. If this hadn't happened, they could have stayed miserable together forever.
You think she could have killed him?
She sure as hell doesn't seem the type, but stranger things have happened.
Bana da öyle geliyor. Karı saf gözüküyor ama öldürmüş de olabilir işbirliğiyle.
Hey, I know you.
No, you don't.
Nereden tanıyorsun beni amına koduman yaşı?
You looking for someone?
Yes.
2 club sandwich.
You know Frank Morgan?
Thank you, waitress.
Sure. Frank's your regular. He's a loner in the back.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
Frank Morgan?
Who's asking?
Cole Phelps, LAPD. I understand you're a friend of Adrian Black.
Yeah, I know him.
Are you aware that he's missing?
No, I hadn't heard that. Tough break.
We found Black's car abandoned in a freight depot, covered in blood. You know anything about that, Morgan?
Hell no. I'm sorry to hear that. I like Adrian.
Yalan söylüyorum ama.
Please, don't tell me you actually believe this jerk-off, Phelps.
You're lying, Morgan. You were there.
And you're talking out your ass, detective. How about you prove I was out at that rail yard?
En üstüne bir
You
fiş
were there,
var koçum.
Morgan. We found a receipt in the trunk of the car. It has your name on it. We can call the slaughter yard and nail you on it.
All right already. That fool Adrian's fallen for some dame in Seattle. He wanted me to make it look like he'd been attacked.
Where exactly is Black holed up?
No idea. I think he took off for Seattle.
Not dersin. Getir lan yeni geldi o amına. Nasıl yeni orayı? Gitmiş olamaz. Yalan söylüyor.
Lies, lies, and more lies, Morgan. You know where he is.
What have you got that says I know where he is? Well, that's it for me, gentlemen. Over and out.
So Adrian isn't hurt? What's with all the blood?
I don't know. It was dark. He must have caught a nick on something. Yeah.
We have you for aiding and abetting and criminal conspiracy. Do you want me to come up with some other charges, Morgan?
We bought a small hog and put it in the trunk. We got to the rail yard. I cut the pig's throat and drained the blood into a bucket. Splashed the blood all around the car.
Kesinlikle kardeşim.
Adrian hit the pig a couple of times with the pipe to make the pipe look convincing.
This doesn't add up, Morgan. Your excuses don't help. Let's see how you enjoy the LAPD taking an interest in your life.
Parayı
You know my
öldürmüşler
opinion?
amına.
We tell Morgan. I say he's lying, and whatever hole he's got Adrian stashed in, he's got to go back there sometime.
Yalan söylüyor ama. Bunlarda bir orospuluk var burada. Baba şerefsize bak. Ne yapıyordum? İnsan bir sağa soluna bakar ya. Bakın, takip edelim.
He sure left his drink in a hurry. I bet he wishes he'd rehearsed that story better now.
Adrian'ın
You
yanına
got a
gidiyor.
pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps. Too close, Phelps. You're way too close.
Tamam şef. Geri durdum biraz. Arada bir araba mesafe bırakmam lazım. Gerçi bizim aramızda 5-6 araba var ama neyse. Ananı sikeyim. Yavaş lan. Hayvan herif. Görevdeyiz amına. Arabanın hali ne oldu amına koyayım ya. Neyse dava peşindeyim. Şimdilik bir şey yapamayacağım da. Daha sonra senin cezanı keserim. Ya amına koyayım ne uzakmış bunlar ya. Amma uzakmış bunlar ya. Araba harika ya.
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Sadece kafası gitti ya. Fazla bir şey yok. Aha. Morgan dairesi diyor.
Let's check the place out. Come on.
Okay ortak.
Day one of the big time, and you're already tailing drunks home from bars. You having fun yet? I told you it was non-stop glamour working traffic, didn't I?
I'm just trying to learn.
Oh, come on, Phelps. Save the creepy teacher's pet stuff for Leary. Won't work on me.
Morgan, ikinci daire.
Apartment 2.
Tamam oğlum biz söyledik yani. Senin söylemene gerek yok hayretten.
All right. Let's pay our friend a visit. See if he's missed us yet.
İnşallah doğrudur ya. İçeride bir şeyler vardır.
Who the hell is that?
Aha.
Will you
Tavuk burada.
relax? Jesus, Adrian, I told you we're in the clear. I'll get it. Ah, shit.
It's over, Morgan.
Değil mi lan yoksa bunlar?
Mr. Black, LAPD, give yourself up now.
I knew it! Phelps, go after him. I'll try and head him off in the car. Remember, the gun is the last resort.
There's no point running, Adrian.
Şişko patatese bak benden hızlı koşuyor amına. Göt korkusu böyle bir şey işte.
It's over, Adrian.
Stop right there, Adrian.
Why not just come clean with her, Black? Why the melodrama? I thought it would be easier. No, it just got a whole lot harder. Adrian Black, you're under arrest for conspiracy and fraud. We'll see what the DA has to say about wasting police resources on a wild goose chase like this.
You're gonna lose your wife, lose your job, and probably end up in the big house.
Vay be.
I hope she was worth it, Adrian.
Bir kadın için adam hayatını yaktı. Günümüzde zaten bu tarz şeyler bir sürü var.
That turned out to be quite some case, huh? Adrian, what an idiot. You got an arrest and a clearance in your first case, and in fine style, too. Well done, detective. Efficient investigation technique, good public presence. You keep that up and you learn from Bukowski here, you could go a long way in this department.
Harika. Güzeldi. İyi dava çözdük. Aracın kapısına 275 dolar amına. Valla bu kadar davaya yeter ya. İnşallah başka zaman devam ederiz. Nasıl, iyi miydi bu kanka? Biraz bana iyi geldi ama keyifliydi. Sardı gibi yani. Ay, beğendim. Akşamlık bana bu kadar yeter. Ben kaçıyorum. Var mıdır başka bir şey? Muhtemelen ilerleyen vakitlerde bir tık daha zorlaşacak falan filandır yani. Sürekli bu şekilde gitmeyecektir. Aynen. Oldu o zaman, ben kaçıyorum. Yarın iş var. Yok, kontrolleri de çok iyi ya. Sıkıntı yok kontrollerde. Gayet iyi. Böyle bir oyun için bence çok iyi. İyi geceler kardeşim. Sen de Allah'a emanet ol. Kendine iyi bak. Öpüyorum. Hoşça kal.